Last time on Final Fantasy III, we got our first jobs, and now that we're gainfully employed, we're gonna head back to Sassoon, because Princess Sarah has that ring, so now we're gonna meet up with her so we can end the Jin's curse, which should be fairly easy now that he's dead. Well, he's in the ring, but that counts as dead, I think. Close enough, anyway. Yeah, she just cast arrow on everything. She doesn't need to worry about MP charges, unlike me. We need to head through the wall. I don't know how anyone would have made it in if the wall weren't broken. This is really bad design on the castle's part, but here we are. It's not really much of a spring. She threw the imaginary ring in there. It didn't exist. She just threw nothing and it splashed. It's really impressive, actually. And my god, you're all so very well dressed. Especially you, the one in red, with the nice hats. You look great. Yeah, gotta go save the world, 'cause a giant chunk of crystal told us to. So, check out this item. It's a magical folding canoe. In an effort to make it make more sense that we are carrying a canoe around on our persons at all time, it is a canoe that folds up somehow. So yeah, we just carry an entire 4-person canoe folded up. I'm still pretty sure that wouldn't fit in our pockets. I guess that's why the word magical was there, to just cover that up. Oh, it definitely makes sense, because it's magic, you see. Alright, well, we do have a little bit of unfinished business here in Sassoon. After all, if you'll remember, I did mention there were 2 towers. One with chests that we were able to get, the other had chests but also monsters in it? We could have tackled this earlier, but personally I usually struggle with that, so I kinda just preferred to get on with it. Plus, we do have a few very small, wouldn't even really call them dungeons, honestly. I mean, we've got this tower, and also the Mithril Mine in the back of Kazus. I don't think I really got close to that thing, though, but there's a Mithril Mine back there, which I didn't tackle either since we didn't have all our characters. They are decent training spots if you want to, though, Mithril Mine especially. It's actually got quite a few enemies that the Sealed Cave had, so it's good for practice. It just really wasn't good for, you know, pacing or anything like that. Got some arrows. Probably nothing you're going to use because only the Black Mage class can really use bows and arrows at this point. I mean, Freelancer can, but you probably don't want to. Uh-oh, we got a White Slayer, but unfortunately we've got a fairly tough enemy in this box. How that Griffin managed to fit in there, I don't know. So this thing is a normal enemy, but treat it like a mini-boss, because it is tough. It's got 230 HP, 15 attack, and 18 defense. It's weak to wind, but unless you drag Princess Sarah all the way out here, you're not going to be able to use arrow against him. Though, he's not weak to Blizzard, but heck, that's the spell that her Black Mage has, so you know, why not? Oh yeah, by the way, biggest problem here, doesn't look like he's too tough, right? Well, here's the thing. He knows fire. He can use it against the entire party, making him a very strong opponent. Yeah, you don't really want to mess with a party attack spell, or he can probably focus it, and if he can, if he focuses it on one character, that character's probably dead. Or at least, that would be the case if I did this before the Sealed Cave. Now I could probably survive it no matter what. And he did go down fairly easily. Oh, and oddly enough, White Slayer is not actually a sword that the warrior can equip. Yet the Red Mage can. That's actually kind of unusual. Like, warriors can generally equip most swords, so the fact that the warrior can't here is a little weird. Well, I suppose that'll be one thing that Dante has over Ayla at the moment. Other than that, though, oh geez, we got a whole bunch of dark eyes. Oh, actually, these are one of the reasons that I wouldn't suggest doing this tower before the sealed cave either. Because these guys, as their name suggests, can blind you. You can buy eye drops, sure, but if you're heading up this tower and you just get hit with a bunch of blinds and then you go up against the Griffin, yeah, that's bad news. They are, of course, undead, meaning they are weak to healing spells and fire. But of course they go down easily now. I mean, basically everyone here kinda does, but, you know, I feel I should mention it. It's not like they're goblins or anything. They might get an attack off, but all in all, they're not too terrible. Especially now that we have jobs. I mean, really, it is just better to wait until this portion of the game to actually start doing any sort of grinding whatsoever, because, well, beforehand you just had freelancers, and again, I'm going to mention this, but it really isn't worth actually training those guys up. Instead, you should be focusing on these cool jobs, which, because this game isn't like Final Fantasy V, you won't actually be able to use its skills in other jobs, so there's not a huge point in doing so other than just to use the job itself. But hey, even if it is contained within one job, at least it's some sort of ability, right? By the way, can I sleep in your bed? It's comfy. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I mean, the game plot's like, no, she can't come along, but I don't know. If she could just learn some better spells, it'd be great to have her along. I mean, it's not like the enemies can attack her or anything. Well, I mean, I do want to take a nap, but we probably shouldn't sleep in her bed. Oh, hey, you're really sad that we're about to leave? Well, sleep on the floor tonight, because we all gotta sleep on this one bed. It's gonna be pretty crowded as is. There's gonna be no room for you, missy. It's just all the Warriors of Light sleeping on top of the bed. I mean, it's not like we can get under the blanket. Oh god, no. There's not enough space for that. Hell, only one of us is even gonna have a pillow this time. I mean, at least here we have two, so it's a little easier to work that out, but still. That's why the Warriors of Light always go to an inn. 'Cause otherwise it's just uncomfortable. These beds are really tiny. In fact, I have a hard time believing even one person can sleep on top of one of those things. It's hardly a one-person bed. 2 to 4 people? Nah, not happening. Well, wasn't that just nice? Well, we've departed from Sassoon, but we've still got that boulder to deal with. Also, we kinda left our airship on the other side of the sealed cave, so I guess there's really no way to deal with that anymore, is there? Thanks a lot for that wind crystal. Though then again, you'd think Princess Sarah would have taken that thing back, but it's nowhere to be seen. Don't worry though, it's not like it can actually get stuck anywhere. That would be pretty bad design if the story caused you to actually miss the airship, because then it would be impossible to actually keep it, but no, it'll just mysteriously teleport back to us once we talk to Cid. I don't even know why. It's not like it's going to prevent us from going anywhere if the airship's not there. We don't really have access to much as it is. Have you just been doing that all day, dude? Dude, we've gotta save the world? Well, Xavier, how do you feel about punching things twice as hard as you did before? Because now you've got an entire role to fill. Because Ayla's just gone from the party forever. Yep, she's never coming back. Got to give her a class and everything, but no, this is just one of those 3-character Final Fantasies. Now, this is actually our first proper shop. I mean, there was a magic shop back in but this one's actually got some good spells. I will buy some stuff later off screen, but I don't usually like buying things on screen. And oh, hey, we have a Moogle right here. So this is the Mognet function of the game. You can send mail to other people, or you can send them to in-game characters, which is a lot more important. Now, the thing is, you can send, like, actual messages to people who are nearby or over Wi-Fi. If you just send a letter to somebody, you'll just say that you've sent a letter to them, but, you know, that seems kind of boring. We're gonna send a letter to Papa, but, you know, I actually want to give him a letter, you know? Something like this. 'Cause, I mean, we could just send the mail and be like, alright, you're giving him a message, there you go. But, yeah, we're gonna be nice about it. We're actually gonna send mail, because I like to put in an effort for these things. Okay, but in all seriousness, there is actually some sort of use for the Mognet thing. I'll discuss it in a little bit. Nothing much is going to be happening in Mithril Mines, so we'll talk about it back there, okay? Because we gotta talk about the things that are happening in the here and the now, you know? Because Ayla just left the party, and now she's with her blacksmith dad, but she hates smithing, so what a conundrum for her. Really don't look busy. Just say you need to save the world. There is nothing more important than you doing that. Like, what are you gonna do here? Craft a sword? Come on. Don't worry too much, Sid is right here where you left him. He was there before and he's here now. And indeed, that is his true form. He is a tiny little old man. Yeah, you were a pretty lame ghost, I have to say. Alright, Sid, we've talked to everybody else in the bar. I guess I'll talk to you now. Alright, he will do things in battle, but, honestly, he's nowhere near as useful as Sarah, cause, I mean, maybe he would know magic, but, honestly, first guess would be he doesn't know magic, and indeed, I don't think he actually does. To be fair, though, he is actually a pretty decent character, though. Cough, cough, we won't be using him for very long, cough, cough. Alright, let's see if I remember what he does. I believe he attacks with a hammer. Yeah, he uses a hammer against one enemy. Actually, he can cast, was it lightning or fire? I think it's fire because a later character has thunder, if I remember correctly. So yeah, like Sarah, he has two different things, but only one of them is magic. Also, just FYI, the hammer attack is just against a random target, so there is that, and we're not really going to be facing any bosses with him, so not like you can say, oh well, when against a boss he'd be pretty good. Yeah, I just retrieved your airship from literally nowhere. It was somehow parked outside of existence. I don't know how you got it there, but I got it back. Seriously though, be careful where you leave these things. Alright, well, I guess we'll go to the airship now. Your plan isn't seriously to ram into the rock, is it? 'Cause that'd be pretty dumb. Ah well, Sid built an airship. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Alright, well, let's get in this old thing and prepare to, I don't know, do whatever to the rock. Strategically ram it, I'm sure. 'Cause, I mean, we could destroy... Oh, hey, Ayla! How did you do that? Ah yes, the everyone is an orphans plot point. You know, everybody's favorite plot point. You know, the one that everybody loves ever so much. At the very least, it's not like the major twist of the game or anything, it just comes up here and it's only mildly important for the rest of the game, really. Like, comes up 2 or 3 times, I think. But anyway, it's back to the Mithril Mines for us. Well, not really back to. This is the first time we're going there. Alright, so I said we'd be talking about Mognet, because Mognet is, kinda important. It's not for anything huge, and you can go the entire game without actually doing it, and in fact, if you're playing the DS version, you're probably not going to do it, because, it's really annoying. You have to send letters to friends. Like, you can send 1 letter to each person in the game normally, but after that, you can't actually send any more letters to them until you actually send letters to people you know, like real-life people. Close by or far away, either way, but still, it's honestly not really fun. I think it's like 7 letters, so if you don't know anyone with Final Fantasy III, you can't actually do the Mognet side quest. Well, you can start it, but you can't do anything significant in it, basically. So yeah, that's, kinda sucks. And, you know, normally it would suck for me, because I'm playing this on an emulator. Therefore, how could I possibly send letters to other people? Desmume can't actually do any sort of online functions, so I'm not going to be able to do Mognet, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. Cause see, cheats exist, and I'm thankful for that. Cause I was able to just use one that I think it makes the game think I've sent 99 mails. So yeah, I can just send mail to everyone as much as I want, although you have to take like an hour break between each one. You can't send more than 1 mail to an in-game character per hour, so thankfully, though, that's easy to do. Plus, it's not like an in-game hour. You can just shut the game off and leave, and then if it's been at least an hour, then it's okay, you're good to go. You can send another letter. There are actually a few rewards for this. I am going to be going after one, and it's a pretty good one. And send mail to Topapa first, basically, if you want that. You can get it done pretty quickly, but I'm going to be spreading it out through the entire game, basically. And I think that's all there is to it. Again, Topapa's the one you want if you want the closest reward. There are 2 characters later in the game which have to do with an optional, I wouldn't even really call it a dungeon, more so the optional boss of the game. In fact, to give things away, it's the optional super boss of the game. But all the characters in between them are all for one major side quest, basically. And that is pretty much it, I believe, for Mognet stuff, right? Yeah, I believe I've talked about everything, but yeah. You get the first bunch of characters pretty easily, like Sid's a character you can send mail to, of course to Papa and Sarah are also characters you can do that. Oh, one more thing to mention. iOS version removes the whole you have to send to a certain amount of characters first thing. You can just send as many mails as you want, so you aren't limited. Oh, and actually thinking of that, it is more possible to actually do the Mognet side quest in the iOS and I guess Steam versions of the game, since they're always available. You can send letters whenever. But it is almost impossible to do it now, because if you didn't know, the Nintendo DS Wi-Fi servers went down, so technically speaking, you really can't do that anymore unless you're close by to someone. So yeah, unless you know somebody close to you who has Final Fantasy III that you can send letters to, you're out of luck. Alright, well, that's done. Let's smash this rock. Oh dear, we're dead now.